Good evening. Since it's 6 o'clock, Evelyn, could you please give the invocation?
Shall we bow our heads? Heavenly Father, we lift up our city leaders, our mayor, council members, city manager, and all public servants to you today. We thank you for their willingness to serve our community and ask for your divine guidance in their work. Grant them wisdom, discernment, and integrity to make decisions that are just, compassionate, and for the well-being of all residents. Protect them from selfish ambition, corruption, and its temptations of power, keeping their hearts pure and their focus on serving others. Strengthen them with grace for the challenges they face, and provide them with capable, godly counsel. May their leadership foster unity, peace, and prosperity within our city, reflecting your love and purpose for our community. Yes, Father. Help us, the citizens, to pray for them and to be good stewards in our own lives, contributing to a better city for all. And Father, I also ask you for the wisdom and for the health and strength for the council members and their families. Keep them safe, Father, for the rest of the year. In Jesus' holy and matchless name, amen.
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 Now we'll call this meeting to order. Madam Clerk, could you please, when you're done, could you please take the roll?
So sorry. Darren, would you mind checking? Mayor Miller,
Here.
Alderpersons Clem,
Here.
Johnson,
Here.
Simmons,
Here.
Parker,
Here.
Stacy,
Here.
Shadle,
Here.
Sanders,
Here.
and Sellers.
Here.
If you could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Alderman Johnson.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 4 is approval of the agenda. Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Second.
A motion made by Alderman Shadle, seconded by Alderman Sellers. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes. Public comment, which there are none signed in. Item number 6 is update to what became of the funds from the December 13th, 2024 Christmas Wizards fundraiser that was specifically created to raise money for the new downtown holiday decorations, presented by Alderman Stacy and Simmons.
On December the 13th, 2024, the City of Freeport and the Greater Freeport Partnership hosted a fundraiser. The purpose of the Christmas Wizard fundraiser was to raise monies for new downtown Christmas decorations. Ticket prices for this event ranged from $25 to $50. My question and concerns are as follow. How many tickets were sold? How much money was raised? Were there any decorations purchased? If so, then where are they? And can you please provide the council with proof of purchase? If not, then where are the funds currently located? And who has control of these funds? Greater Freeport Partnership or the City of Freeport?
So were you presenting something that normally in a presentation, you're putting forward an idea or something to move forward. What are you presenting?
Okay, I'm asking a question that I would like answers to.
Okay, so pick up a phone.
No,
No, that's not how it's done.
it's an agenda item. You knew this was coming to the council tonight. As a matter of fact, I'm so lucky to have the only thing that's on the agenda tonight.
Okay.
And so why do I not, or can I not get answers to my questions.
Okay, so just so that way everybody has a little bit of back history. Um, let's see, it would have been Thursday evening at 10:48 p.m. from Alderman Stacy's school email. She sent this memo with the questions. Madam Clerk forwarded it then to me, so I sent an email to Alderman Stacy back to her school email address, and I also copied Andrea Winters, who's the GFP, and City Manager Boyer on that. And I wrote to you, and I said that Dovey had forwarded this to me, and that I had copied those two on it. That Andrea is the head of the GFP. I also explained that there was really no need to have a discussion on the cow because absolutely no funds were received or spent by the city of Freeport. And as far as your questions, I am sure that Andrea would have no problem answering them. Also, the city's logo was on the flyer simply because the lead singer had contacted me about doing the show, so it seemed appropriate to acknowledge the city in a small way. And then that was been at 9:13 on Friday morning. At 11:35 Friday morning, Andrea responded on that same email thread, and she addressed you, Alderman Stacy, and she said that the proceeds from the Christmas Wizards concert were used to purchase Christmas decorations that have been installed on streetlight poles on Chicago Avenue. Those wreaths have been installed by city crews. These wreaths and any further wreaths would be purchased from future concert proceeds would be installed annually with the rest of the downtown Christmas decorations. Then at 12:35, Alderman Stacy sent an email to me and did not include Andrea or the city manager on it. And her response was, okay, thank you for your mediocre response. However, I still want this on the agenda for discussion, and I have followed protocol. Honor my request. So it is on for discussion. So not sure why the city would be discussing a GFP event. There are multiple entities throughout the city that have used the city's logo as a supportive measure. It does not include funds of any sort received or spent. So to have something on an agenda that is someone else's responsibility really is kind of a back door to them, and the questions should be asked to that entity. I would not expect the YMCA with their fundraiser, if you had a question about that, to come to the city council meeting and want us to answer those. So again, I am sure that Andrea can and will answer those questions if you direct them to her.
And so where is she tonight? Because she's usually at every other council meeting.
I don't set her agenda.
No, of course.
And again, she is not a city employee. She's not directed to be here to be a part of a council meeting.
Well,
She comes every quarter and she gives reports. Ask her at the next one, or ask her sooner.
and we asked twice. I have asked twice.
So
And the
then-
first one, she was still collecting money, so she didn't have a grand total.
I recall.
But she never came back with answers to the questions even then.
I recall that. You are correct. And so again, ask her. Pick up the phone. Go see her. I'm sure she's more than willing to give you all those numbers. To be able to, I would not expect her to speak on my behalf, and I won't speak on her behalf.
Well, I mean, you're part of, well, I know City Manager Boyer is on that board. So, because this was an agenda items, even he could have had the answers to those questions for tonight's meeting.
Could have,
He's a board member
could
for
have,
Greater Freeport Partnership.
but then it comes back to speaking on behalf of another entity. Ask her. Go to one of their meetings.
Mayor,
He's a part of the entity. He's
Can I-
on the board.
Yeah, but
I-
it's
can I
still.
We
it's
give
not-
them $400,000 a year.
yeah,
But it's not the city
yes,
agenda.
yes, it is. Yes, it absolutely is.
Alderman
Yeah,
Sanders, did you want?
Well, you and
Alderman Sanders,
you and
did you want to
Sister,
have your 4 minutes?
Stacy is having this conversation, which is out of order. First of all,
Okay.
first
Can
of-
you start the clock for Alderman Sanders?
well, you might start the clock for me, but I will have you on notice, Mayor, because you cannot engage with council in this manner at all. Absolutely none. So while you and Sister Stacy is going back and forth at each other, you are out of order right now. And then you want to clock my time for when I want to speak. You are not in the right proper order to be doing what you're doing right now at this moment. I don't want to convey a lot of things about what you're doing, but my point is, she's right. The GFP is an absolute entity. They receive taxpayers' dollars. Council governs that. Yeah, you do, whether you know it or not. Council has jurisdiction over any entity that is receiving taxpayers' dollars. I just want to bring that out with clarity. And I dare anyone to try to refute what I'm saying, because it's not an accusation, it's a proof of facts. But they're a taxpayer, they receiving tax dollars, they answer and accountable to this council. This council is supposed to be a governing body that legislate and determines what policies are to be applicable to the citizens of Freeport. And so for someone to sit here and talk about entity, yes, GFP is an actual entity of the city of Freeport. Oh, you guys can shake your head all you want, but the point of the matter is, if you don't know a thing, you shouldn't speak out on a thing.
I
And
agree
so-
with you on that.
Now that's
Yeah,
true.
if you don't know a thing, should speak out on it and making nuances about making gestures as if though
Right.
you're correct and things of this nature. So while you and Alderman Stacy is going back and forth, as a point of order, that you are out of order. That's my whole point. And council directs what is and what isn't. Don't assume that there's another administration that's running this body. We are a body entity of the city of Freeport. We are self-autonomous here in the city of Freeport. Whether you know it or not, you are the governing body, the legislators, the policymakers, uh, the enforcers here. Whether we know it or not, I may not bring all the definition out, but it's something that we should be aware of. And we're not practicing our own duties, and we're not being accountable. And we should be having our board with a chairperson. The board needs a chairperson of itself, so we don't have these interference and distractions from other administrative bodies that's working against council as opposed to with council. So I just wanted to point that out for now, so people don't misunderstand what part of GFP plays into the city ordinances and things of that nature.
And I will point out, I am the chair. Alderman Sellers.
I'm trying to figure out. We're here because you want to understand the fundraiser and where the money is from the fundraiser that the GFP did to get Christmas decorations for downtown. Is that correct? I'm just asking because, I mean, we're arguing, we're fussing, and it's a simple call, Andrea, get the numbers. She can give you the numbers. She's gave them to me. She's talked to me about it. That's all you have to do is actually go there, sit down, talk with her, get your information. But calling a meeting,
I'm trying to figure it out.
This is the regular scheduled meeting.
Yeah, but there's nothing on here.
Why
to
is there
me.
nothing on there? Talk to Mayor
we have
and City
nothing-
Manager Boyer.
But this is not the first.
If it
time we
wasn't the
have it.
cow, last week we had
Okay,
21
Alderman
things.
Sellers has the floor. Please
But
allow that.
Last
What
week we had 21 items on the
But
agenda.
that's a regular council meeting. This is a cow meeting. If we don't,
And
have
if they
anything-
wanted something
but we don't
on
have
it,
anything to talk about.
it would have been on
Alderman
there.
Stacy, allow Alderman Sellers to
But
finish.
we don't have anything.
She's talking to me.
But we don't have anything that is worth bringing people out of their homes, away from their families, so we can get numbers from a fundraiser. That's not fair.
Apparently
That
we
is
did.
not fair.
Apparently we
That
did.
is not fair.
And when the
not
draft
fair
was
to
sent
us.
out, there was other
That's not
items
fair to
on
people.
the agenda that was
fair to
conveniently
families.
removed.
Okay, okay.
It's not fair.
Alderman Shadle,
Make
not
a
fair.
motion to table this indefinitely.
Second.
we have a motion made by Alderman Shadle, seconded by Alderman Parker to table this topic indefinitely. Any discussion on the motion?
Yes.
Alderman Sanders?
This motion that has these types of motion is trying to squash the concept of agendas, resolutions, and adoptions and amendments. And I told you once before, these are idiotic tabling and things of this nature. It is council that runs this city, not the mayor, not the administration, not the city council, and not aldermen's sidelining in conflict of interest, because they need to be censured. Anyone that has not been collectively accountable for their actions and their responsibilities in this council should be held for that. Tabling something just to trying to squash a point of this meeting is something where we have to reconstruct as council members so we can get this council back where this has never been in place since I've known of it. But the thing about it is the council is not doing the duties of governing, legislating. And if you don't have that knowledge about governing and legislation and policy terms and liabilities and bylaws and ordinances, if you don't have the concept of any of this stuff, you cannot sit systematically and start trying to table things because it doesn't suit the authorities of people that is injecting their views and opinions. You cannot just sit here as council, justify why you're tabling it. Just like I talked to one of my council members on the last occasion. You want to suspend things so it doesn't get talked about. I like for you to be called on records, call before the people of the city and give them an explanation of why you're trying to table something and why you're trying to suspend something, simply because we have a legitimate item on the agenda to talk about, to scrutinize, to debate, and things like that. I hate to do this out in public simply because this should be something of a closed session amongst council members. Council members haven't had a meeting since the day that I was elected here. And so we should have a closed session talking about reconfiguring the council so it can do its duty, because we're lacking our responsibility. We're following somebody else's agenda. We're not following the agendas of the council. The council is the last people to know about anything that is happening within this city. And that means that we are not being held accountable. All kinds of fraud and all kinds of oversight, all kinds of theft, all kinds of information that is not scrutinized by council. It is council responsibility to investigate everything. It is our job to investigate, whether you know it or not, it is our job to investigate anything, policies, ordinances, bylaws, all of this. We have not conformed adequately enough to do our job, and we need to get back to the business of the people. I don't even know I don't even understand how we got elected if this is not what your agenda is all about. And if we're not doing the responsible thing,
Your time has expired, Alderman Sanders.
look, you might say
Your
that.
time has expired, Alderman Sanders.
On what policy and ordinance? I want to know the ordinance citing.
It is the
No,
rules
I
of
want to
council.
know the ordinance citing.
I'll get that to you. You need to
that-
stop talking. Do you have the numbers?
Rules of Council 220, Chapter 10 or 11. It's one of those two.
Okay, who signed off on
And
it? Was it
You
council?
don't have.
The council
don't have
signed
the
off
floor.
on that ordinance.
This is your warning, Alderman Sanders. Stop being interruptive. If you do it again, I will call you out of order. We have other ones that had wanted to say something, and I have to tell you, you are correct about your positions here.
I know.
Have to do with legislative policy,
Yeah.
and the problem with the agenda tonight, there's no legislative policy. Alderman Parker, did you have something?
Yes, I think we've answered the question. That's a private entity. It's nothing to do with the city. We have no say on it. And it's no different than maybe we
lie.
telling Newell how to spend their money.
An absolute
We
lie.
cannot do it. We are not responsible. We're not accountable.
You don't know
And
what
I
you're
think
doing.
we've answered the question. So I think we just end this whole thing.
Yeah. that's what
Alderman
you
Johnson,
wanted.
you were next.
That's what I was referring to.
I agree with transparency. I understand that. I would think that Andrea would be willing to give you an itemized list of the income, the expenditures of the event, the profit that was made, and itemize where the money went for the decorations. If you have that, we have answers to all of our questions. If we don't get those answers, then there maybe is a problem. But I would say try to get the answers to all those questions. And for right now, we could table this and see if you get the answers to your
And then
questions.
Alderman Sellers, you are next.
No, I was gonna also kind of say that if you go in and get the information, because this is more of a question than it is a issue for us to sit here and discuss. It's just a question to go down and get your information. It's not like anybody's trying to hide anything. Just go ask your questions and get it done just like everybody else ask their questions. We don't have to do it all in front of everybody. Just go ask your questions and you get your answers. Just like if I had a question for Michelle, I would call her up, get my answer, and I'm done. I wouldn't call a meeting to have everybody listen to the question I want to ask Michelle. So I guess that's what I'm saying. We're coming together, leaving our homes, our families, and all of that on a question, not for something that is.
So I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So there is a motion for tabling indefinitely made by Alderman Shadle, seconded by Alderman Parker. If there's no more discussion on the motion itself, Madam Clerk, do you want to take a roll, or should we just do a voice?
Well, hold it before you do that. I have a question.
You've actually had your twice to speak.
Twice,
Yes, sir.
Mayor, I am calling a point
You're not.
of order.
You have not been called to
Calling
speak
a
on the
point
floor.
Of order.
I am.
I want you to know that I have a motion for a point of order, whether the mayor knows it or not. Whether you know it or not, I have a point of order here, motion, because I have something to say to council.
Okay, so if you have something new to say to council, then
Yes, I do.
Oh, well,
Every
then-
time, but I don't need to have.
no, I think I've
I don't
heard
need
you
to have this debate with you.
continue to say the same
Yeah,
thing over
I
and
don't
over.
have to have this debate with you is what I'm getting at. It is not your discretion to make
Start
that
the
call.
clock,
Mayor.
please.
It's not your discretion to make that call. The point that I like to continue to make is this. The suppression of the information that is being considered of the GFP acknowledging all of the information regarding to this agenda item. If we're not knowing the formality and procedures of how to obtain that, because we could have made a request that someone sitting here saying that that they're no entity. Oh yes, when they're receiving taxpayers' dollars, they have to answer to the governing body of this council. It's because you have not been educated in this. That doesn't mean everybody else has not been. And so ones that are sitting here trying to sabotage and derail this item of agenda, then you need to be censured too. Everyone that's opposing the taxpayers' vision of what this council should look like, and we're not being held accountable for the things that we're saying and the comments that we're making. Everything that is, if it's not based upon what the citizens are recommending, you have to remember, you are an elected official. You're part of the governing body of this city, and we should have board meetings to work out the errors and problems within the board itself. And so and the fact that the question came up, that opens up a lot of variables. There's a lot of variables going on with the fact that this item is on the agenda. And if everybody would start thinking, governing and legislating and learning the policies of this governing body and recognize the authority and the power that this council wields throughout the city. We are the voice of the people of the city. And there's no other entity here in this city has the voice other than council, because we are the ruling body. We are the legislators. We set the policies. Until we understand that, we're going to be like this for years and years, simply because no one wants to change. It's been like this for decades. It's been like this for a long time, but no one wants to step up and acknowledge it. That's the problem. And I'm sitting here for the last 2-3 years watching this confusion going on about what governing and legislating is all about. We just can't keep doing the same routine and things that we considered as right in our own eyes, and doing what is right for the board and the commission of this city. And until then, we have to be able to be accountable for our own action and be responsible for the actions of why we have agendas and calling on these agendas without council consent. There shouldn't be an agenda posed on this. There shouldn't be no agenda, itemized ordinance, resolution, or an adoption should be on this agenda until council put it there. If we're not putting it there, it don't get there. Remember
It's
that.
expired, Alderman Sanders. Sorry, Madam Clerk, please take the roll on tabling indefinitely.
Johnson,
Aye.
Simmons,
No.
Parker,
Aye.
Stacy,
No.
Shadle,
Aye.
Sanders,
No.
Sellers,
Aye.
and Clem.
Aye.
The motion to postpone indefinitely passes 5-3.
Item number 7 is public comment. Is there any public comments this evening?
I just want to start off with, I may be a little jumpy, a little irritable right now because I've been up for 15 hours. I worked a 12-hour shift, and then I went over and had to replow my mom's yard or her sidewalks because the plowing is terrible. And I understand that, let me back up. Sitting here, watching you talk to older people like that, I can't control how you talk to all these other people. But my mother, absolutely not. You should be embarrassed. This is not high school. I know you're not. And you never are. That's the problem now. Anyway, the plowing needs work. There's an obvious difference when you drive between the east and the west sides. I understand the first snow was a big one, but I shouldn't have to slip and slide my way around Garden until I hit Galena, Adams, whatever. You want to talk about there being no agenda items? Here are some. Acknowledging the homeless woman who died, and how do we prevent that as a city? Discussion on what the city can do in the event of SNAP benefits being withheld again. But we're too busy praising a couple who moved here from California, obviously one of the most expensive states in the country, getting a damn sister city. You want to talk about pretzels and we have a leaf on our water tower. We're not the Freeport Leaves. Anyway, and asking the GFP to be straightforward yet again. But I guess that can just be a phone call, right? It's embarrassing that it's embarrassing to only have one agenda item. It's also embarrassing to see new concrete poured for EV chargers in parking lots with potholes big enough to make me want to get out and check my truck suspension. And Miss Dovey, replying to a FOIA request with a document that is 99% blacked out is the reason why there's still a glaring mistrust in the city government, especially with the mayor and the way that she acts. It really feels like some of the council thinks this town is full of idiots, and it has and will continue to come back and bite you in the ass. Thank you.
Any other public comments?
Yes. I'd like to talk about one other thing that council or anyone or department heads or directors or people of this nature. We had a conflict of an embarrassment over the week. And the thing about it is I am surprised that no one is talking about on this subject. The fact that I received double payments in my account and we have not been able to scrutinize who's at fault for these fraudulent payments that was submitted to us over the week. I'm quite sure every councilman received these statements increase on their account. Now, the part that this is where the governing body comes into play. When an incident like that happens on that level, where people are getting double payments, there's a problem within our system. Why isn't this been brought to our attention? It's because there are people in the background that's suppressing this information. If we don't get a handle on this, we need to be able to scrutinize it to the limit. Because if fraud is taking place, then we need to have our oversight committee in place to make a determination where things are going on. And not only that, we need a secretary of agency within our own structure of governing. We don't need people that are working independently, neutral, supposedly, outside of the council. That includes our mayor, that includes our clerk, that includes our city director. No one in this council should be looking forward to getting the answers from the things that we should know about. And so until we make an appeal to understand why these kinds of things happen, we don't know what else is going on within the city, like contracts, invoices, things that we have not discovered as council. We have not done a full investigation of this administration part of it. And until we do, things are going to be, as they put, tabled, suspended, topics that should be part of the subject of the city, understanding how the monies of Freeport is being spent. And for someone to sit
Your
here
time
and
has
say
expired. Thank you.
Oh, yeah? Oh, okay. All right. And that's the part that needs to be changed right there. Yeah.
So I don't normally suggest there be any response to public comment, but
Yeah,
Michelle, if
well,
you
you
would
don't
like
have the
to
right to do that.
defend the
don't have the
finance
right to do
department just because there was a lot of accusations made there, you're welcome to.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You would have to go to the podium.
Okay. Thank you for allowing me to speak. I would just like to address Alderperson Sanders' accusation about fraud regarding the payroll incident that happened on Friday. Had absolutely nothing to do with the city of Freeport. We didn't push the button twice. We didn't send the email twice. It was a bank error. It had to do with our bank. Those payments, we contacted everyone as fast as we could, let the employees know what happened, and the bank recouped the exact same funds. We did not receive any calls today that there were any issues, that was taken back twice or anything like that. As far as the other comments you made regarding fraud, I do take a large offense to that.
You should.
The city of Freeport is audited every year, and every alderman is given a form to turn in if you have any suspicions of fraud.
Yeah.
There's a
you're
form to
absolutely
fill
right
out,
about that.
and that doesn't come to us. That doesn't.
If it
come
happens
to the
again,
city.
you'll be removed. Go ahead, finish your
I
comment.
just wanted to say that that form doesn't come to the city. It goes directly to the auditors, a third party. So please, when you get that form, fill it out if there is something that you are suspicious of. But to my knowledge, you have not filled out a form the last 2 years you've been here.
That's what you say. And
And that concludes tonight's meeting. I'll take a motion for adjournment. Oh, I'm sorry.
As Fifth Ward Alderwoman, I will not be told what I can and cannot put on an agenda. I don't have to go to a third party. I'm coming direct to you, City Manager Boyer, and to you, Mayor Miller. I don't work for you, you work for me. I work for the people. The people are asking questions. And I trying to get them answers. And so if you have a problem with it being openly discussed, that's something you have to work out within. We have the same Christmas tree decorations hanging on the poles that we've had for the last 50 years. And half of the lights don't even light up anymore. But that's our glorified downtown. I want to talk about meeting with you, City Manager Boyer, and how it's always made so obvious that, oh, if you come talk to me. I used to meet with you. Yeah. Me and another alder person used to meet with you. But then you no longer allowed that because you brought the mayor, and then we were in violation with Robert's rules. So I am not going to be dictate. I'm not going to be caught up in a room with you and the mayor coming at me. So when you talk about me not meeting with you, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You won't meet with me and another council person because you bring the mayor, and that's the only way you're willing to meet with me. Truth be told, I'm not allowed to talk to any of the directors. If I call Michelle tomorrow and ask her a question, she cannot give me an answer. She have to call Rob Boyer so that he can give me the answer. I don't work for you, City Manager Boyer. You work for me. Just like I asked for the second list for the lighting from Police Schinberger, Chief
Your time has
Schinberger,
expired. Thank you.
before he retired,
Your time has expired.
and you were going to get that to me, and I'm still waiting.
Your time
City
has
Manager
expired.
Boyer.
I will take a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Have a good evening.